Here's T-Bone and Heather on Star 98.3 and 97.7 The Bay.
Oh, but wait, look who else is here.
Here's Johnny.
Yay!
Yeah, man.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. How are ya?
Good. Happy to be here.
Oh, good.
That means it's Friday.
He's having a birthday tomorrow.
I know.
The big 6-0.
I know. Let's just don't even talk about
Oh, come on.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
It is a big one.
it.
And I know as men how much we love having our birthday after 21.
That's the thing.
It's a great thing,
He
right?
looks good, though. He's in good rig
He
still.
is. He is. He does. He does.
All I see is that scene from Days of Our Life, like sand through the hourglass, and like my, it's not a lot of sand left there.
No, not a lot. Hey, John, what do we have going on this week? A lot of movies out, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, there's two main ones. Well, I guess earlier this week, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick double feature was re-released.
Man, come on.
40th anniversary.
40th anniversary, which you're gonna double stack that with his birthday, the 40th anniversary of Top Gun.
I
It's pretty good.
know,
Yeah,
not bad.
Wow. So you were 20 when that came out.
I guess
Crazy.
so.
Yeah, so that's happening at the RC Theater.
Yes.
They do have showings of that. If you're into the Top Gun 40th anniversary, you
How
can
could
head
you
to
not
that.
be?
How could you not be?
I know.
And right next to Pax Naval Base at that.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
about that?
you know,
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right. And I'm sure they have specialized popcorn buckets, which I was resistant to that whole trend. But I got to admit, especially taking my son now to movies, I'm like,
Yeah,
we'll,
you gotta
we'll
do
get
it.
The pocket.
You guys
we'll get
got the
popcorn
Mortal
bucket.
Kombat.
Yeah, we did.
I saw that online.
Yeah, we got the Superman popcorn bucket last summer too. So we're falling into that a bit. But
They should schedule flybys all over the movie theater.
They should.
The
When
time
he
where you're
does
coming
the flyby?
when you're
Yeah.
coming out of the theater, right? You've
Right.
just done the double feature. You're coming out. You're all jacked up about Top Gun, and then
Oh, I think I'd just die of excitement at that
Dun,
point.
Oh, my God.
I just lay down on the floor and I'm saying, life is complete.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then kick into the danger zone. And do
Right.
you know how many car accidents would be right outside RC theaters?
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know. Yeah.
Oh man! So, but yeah, there's that, and then there's a great horror movie and a great action movie coming out.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll start with the action movie In the Gray. It's Henry Cavill and Jake
Oh,
Gyllenhaal.
I think I saw something about
Yeah,
this.
this is kind of quietly come out, but it's Guy Ritchie.
Ooh, I
and
like Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
How could you not? I mean, the guy's he's masterful with the language. Like his
It's very fast.
It's very fast, and it's a lot of rhyming, and it's very like English street urchin
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, but it's cool.
It's music to listen to, and,
Yeah.
and he always gets his people to deliver it very well. But Cavill and Gyllenhaal play these two like elite covert ops guys that operate in the gray.
Fantastic.
Essentially. And if you've seen the trailers, you've seen the beauty of this movie is the chemistry between Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. By the way, both of these guys seem like they get chemistry with. I've never seen them work with somebody and thought, oh well, they don't really work well together.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
they work with across the board, it always seems like a lot of fun. And it's just a lot of James Bondish meets Black Ops, blowy uppy fun.
Cool, okay.
Mixed with Guy Ritchie dialogue.
You had me at blowy uppy.
Yeah. Mixed with Guy Ritchie dialogue and a pretty good plot. So it's a lot of fun. And The Gray is definitely my number one choice for the weekend.
Okay.
And that's up against a really good horror movie. So that tells you something. The Obsession, or not The Obsession. Obsession is the other big one this weekend.
Obsessed?
Obsession.
Or obsession?
Yep. And it's a very great example of something I talk about a lot, and that's you can follow a formula as long as you do it right and you bring something to it. And
That's it.
Yeah, it's a movie that about a kid that wants, or a young man, I guess I should say, who is able to get a wish, and his wish is to get his crush to fall in love with him.
Oh, okay.
And we always know in movies like this that goes very well.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it
nothing bad
turns
will
out
happen.
happily ever after. They're
Sure.
totally normal when they fall in love with the person. So, but it's in terms of you walk into some movies with not lowered expectations but regular expectations, and it ends up being really good, and you're floating as you walk out.
Right.
For horror fans, that's what this movie is going to be. This is going to be one of those kind of surprise hits that everybody's going to love. It does what it's supposed to do really, really well. A lot of good jump scares that you don't feel are cheap.
Yeah.
And just a good use of this type of story underneath. So both of those are out this weekend. Then you have Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, well, that's just something for everybody.
How about on streaming? Do we have anything coming out on streaming? Or?
Nothing directly this weekend that's major, but next Wednesday you have Jack Ryan Ghost War.
Oh, I can't wait. You know what? I keep checking back to see when it is, and I'm always disappointed because it's another 2 weeks.
I'm a fan of that series.
but
I am too, and I feel like in terms of press, I guess I'd say, or popularity, it's really kind of flown under the radar. Like everybody knows about it, knows it's pretty good, but I mean, you don't think about what's his name?
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
There you go.
You don't think of John Krasinski and think, oh, Jack Ryan, like you do for others. You know,
especially when maybe he showed up on your radar when it was Goofy Jim at the office.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that transition's a little crazy.
Goofy guy, and now he's snapping necks.
Right, yeah, and I think that it's also something to do with. I was going to say TV, but it's not TV, it's streaming. And that's the difference that we see. It was so much content out. You can have a career-defining role like Jack Ryan and it not stick to you. But those of us that have seen it love it. And this movie is going to be the culmination of that. I think this is going to be his last thing as Jack Ryan.
Yeah, I kind of get that feel like this is his last dance as Jack Ryan.
His exit.
Hey, next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, okay? What do we have? Is there anything out there? Is there scuttlebutt about a big summer blockbuster that is coming out? I mean, because I feel like the summer blockbuster, us as kids, I mean, that was huge. You waited, whether it was Star Wars, whether it was, it was Independence Day, which was a huge one.
I don't think studios want to gamble that much.
They don't. I mean, we do have a number of them. But the fact that they're not falling off everybody's lips, it tells you all you need to know about that. So you have Mandalorian and Grogu next weekend.
I saw a promo for that. I'm surprised that they put that in theaters and they're not going to keep it to Disney Plus.
Yeah, hopefully they keep saying it's tracking low, but we'll see. I mean, people love those characters, so hopefully they'll turn out to see the movies. And that's the thing.
And is it like from where they left off? Is it
kind of?
Okay,
and it's just a big adventure. But then there's Spider-Man: Brand New Day coming out this summer.
That'll be
and
big.
Supergirl coming out as well. I think there's a couple others throughout, but yeah.
Is it the Supergirl that was in the last Superman movie with the dog?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With Krypto?
Yeah, Millie Alcock, who was on not Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon in the first season.
Oh, that's right. Sure.
Yeah, she's great. But it's weird. It almost seems like a few things at play with streaming, and then nobody says this, but I honestly think that the advent of reserve seatings, which I would not trade up for anything in the world. I would always.
Like the reserve seating?
Yeah, everybody's. Yeah, who doesn't, right? But I do think it took something away from, especially this summer movie season, because it was almost an accomplishment to see Independence Day on opening weekend.
We did.
Yeah,
T and I went and saw it with a friend of ours, and we went. It was opening day weekend, and we went and saw it. It was great.
Right. Any movie like that, think about Star Wars Episode 1. Waiting in line, going a couple minutes.
The whole process was part of it.
Yeah, it was all part of it. And now it's like, oh, I can see it. And even if you don't see it right away, you see it on streaming.
Right.
And
which is less.
It's almost 2 weeks later. It used to be you had to wait 8-9 months to see a movie after it left theaters. So you really had to see it in theaters if you wanted to be anywhere in the ecosystem.
Otherwise you're the only one that hasn't seen the movie.
Right. Yeah.
But opening weekend for a big blockbuster, that's fun. It is a lot
There's
of
something
fun.
about it, man.
Because everybody is amped up about it, just like you, and you're all sitting there and you're talking and you're doing the, movie trivia while waiting for the previews.
Yeah,
and
it's that sense of community excitement and shared experience that you don't get at home. And it's like, I feel like a lot of things, you don't realize you're missing it, and that's part of the problem. Because if you did realize what you were missing in that, you would be at the theater every weekend.
Right.
You know what I blame? 3D printers.
I thought you were saying
3D printers?
John got a new 3D printer.
Did you really?
I did.
What are you making?
Anything he wants.
Anything I want.
Can you make
World
action
domination.
figures of T&I?
I can. I got to figure out how to scan you, but I definitely can do that.
Oh,
yeah.
you need to definitely make action figures of us. Maybe that's like a new thing.
I don't mind.
Do I get to choose how you're dressed? What
costume
you're wearing?
Not
You do.
dressed.
Right. Yeah. Hey, listen, we're not judging.
Of course.
All right.